My cardiologist gave me this tip. Do this every morning and protect your heart after 70. Here's a fact that might stop you in your tracks. After age 70, the risk of heart attack or stroke rises sharply, and nearly 70% of older Americans live with high blood pressure or hidden heart disease. Even more alarming, doctors have found that the first few hours after waking are the most dangerous. Your blood pressure surges, your heart works harder, and thousands of seniors suffer heart attacks in the morning without warning. That's why what you do immediately after you open your eyes can make the difference between starting the day strong or putting your heart at serious risk. And here's the good news. My own cardiologist gave me a simple, science-backed tip that takes less than 5 minutes every morning. It's free, it's easy, and if you stay with me, I'll show you exactly how this one habit can protect your heart well into your 70s and beyond. But before we get started, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this video from? And what time of day is it right now? Leave me a comment below. I truly enjoy reading your stories. When you reach your 70s, your heart has already carried you through decades of life, through stress, celebrations, and everyday challenges. But here's what many people don't realize. By this age, the heart doesn't function quite the same way it once did. The blood vessels begin to stiffen. The heart muscle itself weakens slightly, and the body doesn't handle sudden spikes in blood pressure as well as it did in youth. These changes happen gradually, almost silently, which is why so many seniors are caught off guard when a major heart problem suddenly strikes. As statistics paint a sobering picture. Nearly 70% of Americans over the age of 70 live with high blood pressure, and about 1 in 3 has coronary artery disease, even if they've never experienced chest pain before. The danger is that symptoms can remain hidden for years. You might think a little shortness of breath or occasional fatigue is just getting older, when in reality, those could be early signs of a heart struggling to keep up. Doctors often refer to heart disease as the silent killer because it doesn't always announce itself with dramatic warning signs. Instead, the risks build up slowly. Plaque can form inside arteries, making them narrower over time. This forces your heart to pump harder just to push blood through. Eventually, the strain can lead to high blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes, or heart failure. And because the early stages are so subtle, many people don't even know there's a problem until they land in the emergency room. Lifestyle factors also play a huge role. Years of eating processed foods, too much salt, too much sugar, and not enough fresh vegetables can all add up. A sedentary lifestyle, long hours sitting in front of the television or computer weakens circulation and increases the likelihood of blood clots. Stress, often underestimated, puts an invisible weight on the heart, triggering higher blood pressure and dangerous hormone surges. Even sleep matters. Poor or irregular sleep patterns can elevate the risk of heart problems in ways most people never suspect. And here's something many seniors overlook. Morning time is particularly risky. Research shows that heart attacks and strokes are more common in the early hours after waking. This is because the body naturally experiences what's called a morning surge. Blood pressure rises, your heart rate increases, and the cardiovascular system is under added stress just as you're starting your day. If your arteries are already narrowed or your blood pressure is uncontrolled, this surge can be the trigger for a life-threatening event. The good news is that knowing these risks gives you power. Once you understand the silent ways heart disease develops, you can take steps to fight back. You can choose to start your day differently, to protect your heart rather than leaving it vulnerable. That's why the small morning routine I'm about to share is so important. It's a simple habit designed to counter these silent dangers and give your heart a healthier start each day. Mornings are powerful. They set the tone for the entire day, not only for your mind, but also for your heart. What many people don't realize is that your cardiovascular system actually faces its greatest challenge in the early hours after you wake up. That's when your blood pressure rises, your hormones surge, and your heart is forced to adjust to sudden activity after hours of rest. Doctors call this the morning surge, and it's one of the main reasons why heart attacks, strokes, and dangerous heart rhythms often occur in the early morning. Now, let's think about how many seniors start their day. Some wake up, skip breakfast, and immediately jump into daily tasks without giving their body a chance to warm up. Others reach for a cup of strong coffee on an empty stomach, believing it's harmless because they've done it for years. But here's the truth: these seemingly harmless habits can put unnecessary strain on the heart. Caffeine spikes blood pressure, skipping breakfast destabilizes blood sugar, and sudden activity without preparation stresses circulation. Over time, these choices may silently increase the risk of a major cardiac event. It's not just about what you consume, it's about how you treat your body in those critical first minutes after waking. When you go from lying flat to standing upright, your blood vessels must quickly adjust to gravity. For younger people, this transition is smooth, but for seniors, the stiffened arteries and slower reflexes of the heart can make this shift more difficult. That's why dizziness, lightheadedness, or even fainting in the morning is more common in older adults. Ignoring these signals only places more pressure on your heart. Consider another common habit: turning on the news or scrolling through stressful headlines first thing in the morning. This might seem harmless, but it floods your brain with anxiety before your body has even fully awakened. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline surge, pushing your blood pressure even higher at the exact time of day when your heart is already vulnerable. Day after day, this invisible stress becomes another weight pressing down on your cardiovascular health. On the other hand, seniors who begin their mornings with mindful, heart-friendly habits often notice dramatic improvements. A gentle stretch before getting out of bed can ease the body into motion. Drinking a glass of water upon waking helps thin the blood slightly, reducing the chance of morning clots. A light, balanced breakfast stabilizes blood sugar and prevents the spikes and crashes that stress the heart. And a calm start, choosing soft music, prayer, or quiet reflection instead of stressful news, can create a ripple effect that protects heart health throughout the day. The choices you make in those first 30 minutes matter more than most people realize. Your heart is not a machine that simply powers on and off. It needs care, support, and a steady rhythm to thrive. Think of it this way: if you were about to take your car on a long drive, you wouldn't slam the gas pedal the moment you turned the key. You'd let the engine warm up. Your heart deserves the same respect, especially after 70 years of loyal service. That's why the next tip from my cardiologist is so important. It's not complicated, and it doesn't take much time, but it directly addresses the risks your heart faces in the morning surge. If you can add this single step to your daily routine, you'll give your heart the support it needs to carry you through the day with strength and safety. When my cardiologist first shared this with me, I was surprised by how simple it was. He said, "If every senior I saw would just do this one thing every morning, I believe we could prevent countless heart attacks." And the tip was this: start your day by drinking a glass of warm water and moving your body gently for just 5 minutes before doing anything else. Now, at first glance, that might not sound revolutionary. After all, water and movement are nothing new. But let's take a closer look at why this habit is so powerful for a heart over 70. During the night, your body becomes slightly dehydrated. Even mild dehydration thickens the blood, making it harder for the heart to pump. This is why heart attacks and strokes are more common in the early hours. By drinking a glass of warm water immediately upon waking, you give your blood volume a gentle boost, help your circulation flow more smoothly, and reduce the strain on your heart as it adjusts to the morning surge. Warm water, in particular, is easier on the digestive system and helps relax blood vessels, which can further ease the workload of your heart. The second part is equally important: gentle movement. This doesn't mean going for a jog or lifting weights. It means slow, steady activity that wakes up your circulation without shocking your system. For example, standing beside your bed and doing light stretches, shoulder rolls, or even a short walk down the hallway. Just 5 minutes of this activity helps your blood vessels expand, Your muscles absorb some of the circulating glucose, and your heart rate rise in a controlled, healthy way. Think of it as pressing the start button on your heart gradually instead of slamming the accelerator. For seniors whose arteries may be stiff and whose reflexes are slower, this transition can mean the difference between a safe morning and a dangerous one. My cardiologist shared a story about a 4-year-old patient who had experienced occasional chest tightness in the mornings. After adopting this habit, drinking warm water and stretching lightly, those symptoms disappeared within weeks. His blood pressure readings improved, and he felt more energized during the day. It wasn't medication, surgery, or a complicated diet. It was a small, consistent action that supported his heart exactly when it needed help the most. The beauty of this tip is that it requires no special equipment, no expense, and no drastic changes to your lifestyle. Whether you live alone, with family, or in a retirement community, you can do it starting tomorrow. Place a glass of water on your nightstand before bed, so it's waiting for you when you wake up. Then, commit to moving your body gently before you reach for your phone, turn on the television, or start your day. Over time, this small ritual becomes a shield, a morning investment in your heart's long-term health. It may not feel dramatic, but consistency is the secret weapon. Just as plaque builds up silently over years, healthy habits also build silently, creating a stronger, more resilient heart with each passing day. So, if you take away one message from my cardiologist's advice, let it be this: start your morning with water and gentle movement, and you give your heart the gift of a safer tomorrow. Let me share the story of Joe, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. For years, Joe considered himself fairly healthy. He didn't smoke, he enjoyed weekend walks, and he stayed active in his community. But every morning, he noticed a troubling pattern: tightness in his chest, dizziness when standing up too quickly, and occasional shortness of breath. Like many seniors, he brushed it off as just part of getting older. During his annual checkup, Joe's cardiologist gave him the same advice I just shared with you. Start each morning with a glass of warm water and 5 minutes of gentle movement. At first, Joe was skeptical. Could something that simple really make a difference after years of wear and tear on the heart? But he decided he had nothing to lose and gave it a try. Within the first week, Joe noticed something remarkable. The tightness in his chest began to fade. He felt steadier when he got out of bed, and his energy carried him further into the morning. After a month, his blood pressure readings showed improvement, and he no longer needed to sit down and catch his breath before making breakfast. His wife even commented on how much brighter and more positive he seemed. Joe later admitted that what surprised him most wasn't just the physical change, but the emotional one. For years, he had felt like his health was slowly slipping beyond his control. This small morning ritual gave him back a sense of confidence and hope. He realized he wasn't powerless. He could still take action to protect his heart every single day. Joe's story is a reminder that it's never too late to adopt new habits. Even in your 70s, small steps add up. His transformation shows us that simple, consistent choices can strengthen not only the heart, but also the spirit. And the best part? Anyone can do what Joe did starting tomorrow morning. While drinking warm water and moving gently are the cornerstone habits my cardiologist recommends, there are a few other small changes you can make each morning that will go a long way toward protecting your heart. None of them are complicated, and each one can easily become part of your daily routine. First, stretch before you get out of bed. Many seniors wake up stiff, and sudden movements can strain not only your muscles but also your cardiovascular system. Taking just 3 minutes to stretch your arms overhead, rotate your ankles, or gently roll your shoulders prepares your body for standing up safely. It's a way to signal to your heart and circulation that the day is about to begin. Second, choose a heart-friendly breakfast. Too many older adults skip breakfast altogether or reach for quick fixes like donuts, sugary cereal, or salty processed foods. A healthier option might be oatmeal with berries, whole grain toast with avocado, or a boiled egg with sliced vegetables. These foods are rich in fiber and nutrients, which help regulate blood sugar and reduce cholesterol, a gift for your heart. Third, be mindful with coffee. Coffee isn't the enemy, but strong coffee on an empty stomach can spike blood pressure and trigger irregular heartbeats in some seniors. If you enjoy coffee, have it after you've had some water and a small bite of food. This way, you still get your favorite morning ritual without shocking your system. Fourth, practice calm before chaos. The way you set your mind in the morning affects your heart just as much as what you eat or drink. Instead of starting the day with stressful news or emails, take 5 minutes for prayer, meditation, soft music, or even sitting quietly with a cup of tea. Lowering morning stress hormones helps keep blood pressure steady and gives your heart a calmer start. None of these steps require expensive equipment, a gym membership, or dramatic lifestyle changes. They are simple, practical, and proven ways to support your heart health after 70. When added together with your warm water and gentle movement, these tips create a powerful morning routine that helps your heart face the day with strength, stability, and resilience. One of the greatest challenges of aging is not just the physical changes, it's the feeling of losing control over your own health. Many seniors tell me they feel like their future is already decided, as if heart disease or declining health is inevitable after 70. But here's the truth. While you can't turn back the clock, you can still influence how your body responds each day. Small choices, especially in the morning, can make a remarkable difference. Taking a few minutes for your heart each morning is more than just a medical routine. It's a statement of self-respect and empowerment. It says, I am still in charge of my health. I still have the ability to shape how I feel today. That mindset alone can lower stress, boost your mood, and even support your heart's well-being. You're not alone in this journey. Millions of older adults across America are making the same small adjustments, each one reclaiming a sense of strength and independence. The morning tip I've shared isn't just about avoiding heart attacks, it's about giving you hope. Every sunrise brings a new chance to protect your heart, improve your energy, and live with more confidence. So remember, age does not define your strength. The choices you make, starting from the moment you open your eyes, are what keep you moving forward. And each time you choose to protect your heart, you're choosing a brighter, healthier tomorrow. We've covered a lot today, but the message is simple. Your heart is still listening to the choices you make. After 70, it's easy to think that the damage is already done, but science and real-life stories tell us otherwise. Just one small habit, drinking a glass of warm water and moving gently each morning, can strengthen your heart, improve your circulation, and protect you during the riskiest hours of the day. Add to that a few simple adjustments like stretching before getting out of bed, choosing a nourishing breakfast, and calming your mind before the world demands your attention, and you've created a powerful shield for your heart health. Remember, these aren't complicated changes. They're simple, doable, and proven to make a difference. But they only work if you commit to them not once, not for a week, but every morning. Consistency is the key that transforms small steps into lasting results. Before we close, I want to remind you of something important. While these tips can help reduce risks, they don't replace professional care. If you're experiencing chest pain, shortness of breath, or any concerning symptoms, please make sure to see your doctor. These tips are shared for general awareness. If you're facing any health challenges, be sure to check with your doctor before trying anything new. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What was the most valuable insight you took from today's video? Share it in the comments below, or simply type the word HOPE if this message gave you encouragement. I personally read your comments, and they inspire me every day. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with friends or family who might need a little extra care for their hearts. The more we spread awareness, the more lives we can protect. And finally, remember this: every sunrise is a new beginning. When you take those first steps each morning with intention, you're not just starting another day, you're giving your heart the gift of life and hope.